Hey guys, what's up? It's Bahoth and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be playing something completely different. I feel like I say that all the time now. But yes, we will be playing a brand new game. At least it's brand new for me because I've never played it before, and that is Valiant Hearts: The Great War. This was a suggestion by one of my followers, Argomon. Thank you so much, Arg, for suggesting it. I put up a poll about what game I should play next on my Discord server, and a lot of people voted for Valiant Hearts: The Great War, so I am playing it today. I guess a lot of people on my Discord server are history nerds just like me. I do love history, as I think it's pretty clear in my stream title, and I am looking forward to seeing the history parts of Valiant Hearts. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but I do know that this game is critically acclaimed, so I'm excited to start it. Hello, Arg. Yes, it won my last poll, so I pretty much do what the Discord server tells me to do. So we are playing it today. Hello, Heartbreak. So I'm gonna read some information about this game so that it's not a completely useless stream. So at least we have some background information about it. World War One, let's go. So now, chat, we have like two history teachers in chat who will, I guess, verify all of the World War One information. Okay, so this was a 2014. I didn't realize it was that old. 2014 puzzle adventure game developed by Ubisoft Montpellier and published by Ubisoft. So it's set during World War One, and the game follows four characters who help a young German soldier find his love in a story about survival, sacrifice, and friendship. I have a dread feeling that this medical dog might get shot to pieces in this game. No, come on. But again, World War One, it's probably gonna happen. I'm not really a history teacher by trade. Please do not scrutinize my knowledge. I'm not. My specialization is not World War One, so it probably might have a lot of things that I don't know myself. But I think with history teachers, a lot of the assumption is, okay, you're a history teacher, name every history. Like, there's that assumption that you're supposed to know every little factoid about every country's history, when in reality you just know a little bit about a very broad swath of time and space. Hello, Jason. Also, liking this game is not just about being a history nerd. It has a great story and gameplay, I'm sure, but I mean, I'm not doubting that at all, Arg. It's just that I think, like, if you are like fond of history, it might add a deeper dimension of enjoyment to the game or something like that. I've taught a lot of other subjects. Such is the case with secondary school teachers. So my hat is off to you, Heartbreak. I know, and I feel you, Bob. Oh my god, like the many times someone has asked me a question, and like on dates as well, like, do you know about this country's history? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, but I thought you're a history teacher. And I'm like, yeah, I teach like this history and that history, but I don't really talk about that country's history. And I'm like, I used to teach other subjects, and I just really love history in general, but I don't know everything. Exactly. And who was it that said, see, even I don't remember. Was it Aristotle who said that, like, only the fool assumes that he knows everything. So you're not really supposed to know everything. And to admit or to claim that we do know everything is already folly in itself. Okay, hello, Potato. That it does, meaning being a history nerd does add to experience, but it's not sole reason for liking this game. I've had this game for quite some time. Someone this to me last year, my friend Dante, I checked. So I'm gonna shout out people who give me the games I play on stream. So shout out to my good friend Dante who gifted this to me last year. I have not played this at all, so I'm going into it fresh. I think some people in chat, I think Arg has played it. So he knows what it's like. I don't. I don't even know. I didn't even know it was a puzzle adventure game until I read the wiki page. Gonna be a good stream. Thank you, Potato. And then some Hello, everybody. Okay, so I'm just gonna load my stream on my phone. So there are more than 100 collectible items in Valiant Hearts. Can you find them all? I am like two ways about collectibles. Like at the start of the game, I'm so eager to get all the collectibles. Like if I know what the collectible is, I'll be like, yes, click, 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 find them all. But if I miss one and I can't go back to the level or the stage, I'll be like, no, fuck it, whatever. This will be nice to watch while checking. I see you're still stuck in Czech Republic collecting stream. So let's do game. I think this is fine. You guys like is the sound enough? Veteran mode? What is veteran mode? I wish it told me what veteran mode was. Let's just apply it for now. Oh my god, is there fighting in this game? Okay, so keyboards, very straightforward. Just like the Riddler trophies in the Arkham games, Lamau. I've heard that was pretty hard to 100%, so when my friend was able to collect all the trophies in I forgot what Arkham game, he like posted about it. I was so proud about it. Sounds a little loud, but we can still hear you. Alright, let me lower the music then? How about a 70? That's like a D in my class. A 70 no change? I think it would have to do with like what you're hearing on my end. So let me just adjust it like here, I guess, on my PC. Okay, better, worse, did it get softer? Trying to get all collectibles on first place in this game is going to be a challenge. Also, veteran mode increases the difficulty of the game. Also, soundtrack is part of the experience in the game. But it's puzzles, right? There's no... Oh man, now I'm second guessing myself. No, we'll try veteran mode. I hope I can turn it off and on. Okay, keyboard, let's look at the... That's it. The brightness had no chance of passing. Yes, it would get an F. Hit. Throw? Hit? What? Interaction. I hope I remember all of this. D is to hit. Interaction is space. Wiki. Wiki? That's a first. Tab. Back. What do you mean back? Like move backwards? Move down. Backspace. Throw left shift. Dog mode left alt hold. Hint F1. Okay. Gonna guess there's tutorial mode, so just wing it. I like how, and like, accept changes is validate. If only you could do that when you needed it in your own personal life, right? Like, I need validation, spacebar, validate me. Okay, let's just say yes to all of this. I will figure it out. I will panic press a lot of these buttons, as is tradition. Let's make it a little brighter, I guess. Too bright. Okay, maybe like 70. Or like a... Yeah, let's do a 70. Oh, that is so cute. And thank you for the kind words. I never planned to be a teacher, but life gets in the way of your plans, you know, and here we are many years later. That is exactly how I became a teacher myself. I never really saw myself as a teacher. I had other plans, you know. I had plans to be a CNN news anchor in Hong Kong and be a journalist, but that didn't happen, obviously, and now I'm stuck here teaching children about history. Yep. Okay, let's start a new game. Of course, wikipedia.gov, that's how we won the war. This game saves automatically, alright. At certain points, freely inspired by the events unfolding on the Western Front between 1914
August 1st, 1914. After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances, France is preparing for conflict. A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country. Karl is one of them.
The Invoker? August 1st, 1914. Oh no. Carl! What? So obviously, we will be experiencing a lot of very sad things in the game because that's the nature of war. Arg, is this a long game? Because you're the only one in chat at the moment who I think who's played it. Okay, so a mobilization order. So the top said that the land army and the army and then the navy were mobilizing.
A few days after Carl was deported, the war was hungry for more and took away Emil as well.
Not Emil! Too bad he's not watching my stream. Izola19. Oh my god, he has a farm. Shout out to Izola19. And hello, Mr. I'm assuming that's Mr. Suave. Okay, so we're experiencing both sides of the war. So the German side and then the French side, I guess. Okay, so let me back read a bunch of comments. Glad to know I'm not alone in the strange events that led to teaching. A lot of people don't, in my opinion, a lot of teachers do not grow up wanting to be teachers. They just become teachers over time through circumstance, through weird circumstance. Yeah, I think many of his teachers have similar stories for sure. I was gonna be other things. I was not just gonna be, like, if I wasn't gonna be a CNN reporter in Hong Kong, I would probably be involved somehow in the esports scene. That didn't happen either. Don't know where, but I once heard a great quote about that. Life is what happens when you make other plans. Yeah, that is a very famous quote, but I forgot who said that myself. Invoker could win the war almost on his own TPH, only if the person controlling him was really good though. I'm sorry, but after that deep epic voice, I was expecting a name that's crazier than Carl. That's also what people say about the Invoker. Depends on how fast one plays, but usually some are about from 6 to 8 hours, so I'm going to finish this in like 3 streams, I guess. The original plan was to be a pilot, and well, a fighter pilot, wow, but yes, life. So you had reporter dreams, huh? I always wanted to be a journalist ever since I was a kid, and I wanted to be a wartime reporter, as like a wartime journalist as well, so I'd be stationed in Kabul, Iraq, Afghanistan, Africa, all those war-torn places. That didn't happen. Quite lengthy, but a good length, I think, for an experience like this. So let's actually move. Let's do something. Okay. I can't move. Let's leave. I don't like how you're yelling at me. I hate people yelling at me so much. No! I'm a pacifist. No. Okay, fine. It'd be crazy if you finish this in one stream. Seems risky, but cool though, unless. So my trigger is people yelling at me. I hate it when people yell at me, especially when we're in the same house. So let's do the tab thing. Oh, this is so cool. So I was thinking, because I do sometimes teach Western civilization, I was thinking of, it was a good thing this one, because I was planning on asking my students to play it themselves. Like when I do teach Western civilization again, I was thinking of making my students play this for themselves and maybe write a paper about their experiences afterwards, but I hadn't played it myself, so this is a great opportunity to see if it's suitable to ask my students to play. And it seems like it's great because off the bat, there's already like historical context for what's happening, so I don't have to spoon feed everything to them. So I'll read everything. As usual, I'll read everything text out loud. In partnership with 14 to 18, I guess, mission centenaire. So, centennial mission. It makes sense because this was released in 2014, right? So that would be the 100th anniversary of the beginning of the First World War. And Apocalypse World War One. I'm not sure if this is the same Apocalypse documentary series that did air quite some time back. I know there's Apocalypse World War Two, and that's a really good documentary series on World War Two. Because it's not, it does still skew heavily towards the Western theater, but they do devote some parts to the Eastern theater of war. So if you're looking for a good World War II documentary, I'd suggest that. Well, this game is like Disco Elysium in that sense. Like, rushing through it is only going to diminish the experience. Look at that. Carl Footsies. Wait until we see him parry. And that's... I'm not going to parry. I see. We'll think about picking this up. I think the games that you just add to your backlog grows each time I stream something new. Heartbreak. You should pick it up for sure. It's a great game. I think I really like this part, like the nerdy history part. Cool, that would be a great idea. I used a shorter browser game to talk about World War One, like a point-and-click adventure game, but it was way more simple for younger ages. Hello, Chen Air. Yes, this won the poll, so I am playing Valiant Hearts. War is declared June 28th, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand. So we are learning. This is like class, in a sense. War is declared. Hello, puppy cats. I declare war on you. I blame you in part of my backlog. Heir to the Austrian-Hungarian throne. I loved this when I got into it. Heir to the Austrian-Hungarian throne was assassinated in Sarajevo. As a result of the chain of diplomatic and military alliances in place, the event launched Europe into an armed conflict that, with the involvement of colonies, took on a global dimension. That's why it's called a world war, because all the colonies of the aggrieved nations or the involved nations took part in it. So you had the French bringing in their forces from Asia, from Africa. You had later on the Americans bringing in. All Filipinos tried to sign up for it. You'd have the Germans and their colonies, like England and their colonies. So that's why it's called a world war. August 1st, just in case you were wondering, why is it called a world war if it's mainly Westerners involved, or Western countries involved? So that's why it's called a world war. There's more than one page in Wiki to press left alt to switch between them. Thank you. Fight. We are fighting, puppy cuts. I'm relearning more now. How much are you going to read all the notes and facts? I'm going to read all of them. August 1st. So honestly, I do teach history, but the dates are the least of my concerns when it comes to teaching. So I will read them out because I said I would. And unfortunately, in history, there's a lot of dates. But in my class, I don't really care about them. So on my tests, I never ask about what date did this event happen, what date did Germany declare war on Russia. There's nothing like that. I mean, I did that too. This is like an online class on history, but cooler. So we're gonna learn stuff together, guys. Part of this game's charm, other than having a good plot and soundtrack, it's also educational. Oh my god, a blessing. Hello, Lan. August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. August 4th, Britain declared war on Germany. And this is because prior to World War I, there were all of these alliances with each other because people were already anticipating that there's going to be a war in the future, because you have all these nations coming up with all these new military technologies and low-key flexing their military technologies to each other. So if one side makes dreadnoughts, the other side will make super dreadnoughts, and then the other nation will make even bigger super dreadnoughts. You know what I mean? So that was all going to lead to war eventually, which it did. August 11th and 12th, France and Britain declared war on Austria, Germany. Oh, let's do left alt, right? Oh, that was not it. How do I go down? Change tab, left alt. But what about the pictures? Okay. The barracks and the regiment. So these are things like the nitty-gritty of warfare is actually something I don't know myself. Same, asking clearly about dates will just confuse students. So the way I teach history, the way I find it most effective to teach history is teaching it as a story. So what is most important to me is my students understand why things happen, why event B was the result of event A, and the consequences of these events. So that's what's most important to me. When that prof says I won't ask specific dates, I know it confused me growing up. So honestly, one of my blind spots when it comes to history is military history. It's not a thing that really interests me. Either up down buttons or mouse click to switch between pictures. Thank you. So I will read this out so we will learn something new today. Battalions comprised of a battalion headquarters and 4 companies, a total of a very weird number, 1,007 men in all. They should have just made it 1,337, so it would be elite. Companies were composed of 4 platoons, in turn divided into 4 sections, each of 12 men, commanded by an NCO. Britain was slow to mobilize on the Western Front, and this is something that I cannot get used to, British spelling, British English. The Queen's English. I always spell like with American English. Half its army was overseas and with a genuine fear of invasion. Infantry divisions were held in reserve in Britain and not included in the British Expeditionary Force. While conscription only came into force in 1916, voluntary enlistment was initially overwhelming, with 750,000 men eager to show their patriotism. So I'll be talking a little bit about, I guess, some history facts about World War I. When I do find it relevant or when I remember something from my lecture. So initially, when the First World War started in 1914, they didn't need enlistment because there were so many people excited to go to war with each other. Because they had been, like, all of these Europeans had been busy fighting people of color for so long. When it came to, like, so when there was a war on their continent with other Europeans, they were like, yeah, let's get it. And it was like that until, as it says here, 1916, because by that time, people thought, wait, why is the war still going on? We thought it would be a short war. People really thought that they would be home by Christmas of 1914, singing carols with their families in their homes. And obviously, that didn't happen. So they were running out of men who were eager to go to war, which is why conscription happened. So conscription is the mandatory enlistment of individuals for war. So let's do the next one. Railways. With the outbreak of war, each country was eager to dispatch its army in situ as quickly as possible to gain the advantage. That's true. Railways were essential for mobilization and supply. What a jarhead-like experience. That movie talks a little bit about that feeling. Bored, nothing was happening, but when battles did break out, it was stressful as hell. I'm pretty sure we will see that as well, because it's impossible to do a World War I game without talking about trench warfare. By August 1914, the British realized the importance of rail in the war effort. So this was before high-speed rail, of course, and dispatched Royal Engineers to the front to build new lines. By 1917, 40,000 enlisted railway soldiers were working for the RE, Royal Engineers, in France and Flanders. The debacle of August 1914. In the early fighting, the German army made swift progress. After invading Belgium, they marched on Paris in late August. French troops retreated en masse, and units were outflanked and repelled, taken prisoner, or killed. The months of August to September 1914, marked the bloodiest period of the war, with over 180,000 French casualties alone. The French authorities described the debacle as an organized retreat. The war to win over public opinion had begun. And this is where censorship, like especially of the press, starts to play a big deal in public perception of war. Because is there really a Christmas truce? I read about it somewhere. Yes, there is it was one of my random history facts one time. There was a Christmas truce in Christmas of 1914. A lot of soldiers are reported to have participated in the Christmas truce along the Western Front. And I think the biggest debate is whether there was a football match between the two sides during the Christmas truce, because some historians are like, well, how could they have played football? They were in no man's land. There is a movie about it. There's a good movie about it called Joyeux Noël. Oh, I did not know that part. So anyway, let's go back to press censorship. I hope people are okay with me like doing low-key lectures, I guess, while we're playing this. I know it's a game. So you couldn't show, like, if you were the press, there were certain things that you were prohibited from showing or prohibited from publishing. For instance, you couldn't post or you couldn't publish pictures of dead bodies, especially if they were dead bodies of your country's men, because that would be demoralizing for the people back home, and then people would then stop supporting the war effort, right? And you could not say that your side lost, because that would also demoralize people back home. So you had to say it was an organized retreat or a tactical retreat. That's just spin, of course, so that's been going on for ages and ages and ages. Worth watching? It was in the Cannes Film Festival. Oh, this is legit a low-key lesson, lol. Tactical feed. Exactly. Tactical feed. Real chill. No, go on. I need extra info just in case I'm assigned to teach this year. History is always fascinating. Well, I'm glad people think so. We haven't found these things yet, so let's, I guess... I know Tab is wiki, right? Oh, okay, so... Okay, so we are obviously in France, and Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité is obviously the motto. Until now, it's the motto of Paris, I think, the city of Paris. And that was a slogan that came about after the... So now we are kitted out in our French soldier uniform. Hello, Isa. Have to go back and interact with the trumpet guy. Okay. Okay, let's run. Archie, okay. Bombs? What are these? What do we want to hit? Okay, that one. Right? Okay. Okay, so we have to stab this guy. I forgot what I was saying. Left shift. Oh. I wonder if the game will really stop time for me as I do this. All the time, like when I'm not in training mode. And then oh no. Climb up, Emil. What if you threw it to yourself? That would be a tactical feat as well. Okay, oh yeah, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité was a slogan that appeared in France after the French Revolution because those were the three basic ideas that they were fighting for. So cute. Oh, I'm sorry the stream is a bit late because now I'm reminded why the stream was a couple of minutes late, because I didn't know this was a Ubisoft game. And I don't have, what is it called? Ubisoft Connect. It used to be called Uplay, right? Now it's called Ubisoft Connect. And it launches through Ubisoft Connect. I did not know that. So I had to make an entire freaking account. Oh. Before I could actually play, which took me a couple of minutes. Sorry, I'm jumping in and out for now. No worries, Chanair. UB Connect. Hello, Iron Hammer. Ah yes, another launcher. There we go. I hate it. I've only had
Rely on our
Steam
neighbours for help. They've always been
so
gracious
far.
and charitable people. I'll write again as soon as I get my assignment. Please kiss my little grandson for me.
Oh. They changed it again.
At the
It was
train
you play
depot in
months ago.
Paris,
Dear
trying
Lord,
to reach his regiment at
Ubisoft in there,
platform
you play
21,
whatever shit they
Emile
have.
would meet the man he would
Ubisoft
soon
is the
fight
reason I can't play
alongside.
Uno.
The man who would come to be his truest friend.
August 14th, 1914, we are still in France. Space. Oh, that's rude and potentially painful. That's Steam. No? Here. Ooh, I want the bread and cheese. His voice, I love it. It's so good. I remember a time where that UBDRM was so bad, my friend who bought Splinter Cell had to entire game he just bought. Rude, I mean, they are throwing stones. But I don't think Steam in the face is the right response. I don't think, like, second degree burns or anything is the appropriate response there. He likes drinking. Okay, some people like wine. Nope, don't hit him. Okay, what else could we interact with? This guy. Talk to us? Can you be our friend? No. Where are our... Where's... No? Where are our friends? The character designs are cute. Look at them small soldiers. They're bullying the bearded man though, so not really. Oh, I didn't notice that. You aren't done helping bearded man. Okay. What do we... Do I hit him? Left tab. Tab, shift, left alt. Okay, I'm... Throw bread. It's just smoke. No, it's Steam, because it's a Steam engine. I don't know why, but this art style feels particularly French. Must be Gobelins school. They still believe smoking is good for you. My art history is not up to snuff. Throw bread. Where can we... Okay, if you see something I can interact with, let me know. Because... The bottle? Can we throw a bottle? Bottle. Okay, I steal the drink. There are so many bottles here. Why can't I pick one up? I'm pressing the interact button. Oh! There we go. Okay, okay. And then should I throw it like left? What is it? Left shift and then... No! Okay. No. Cheese? Okay, that seems to be the right bottle. Okay, so let's... No? Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Okay. Okay, and then we give it to the guy who likes drinking. Okay. Is he going to come with me? Oh, no, no, no. He's gonna let me pass? Can I just get shit? No climbing, he says. And end of the line. Okay. Can we get some shit here? Give boss man the bottle. No, give it to the captain? Oh, I think you give it. Why was my immediate response violence? Get it, get it, get it, get it. Give it. I'm so confused. Give bottle to dude blocking the way. No, no, don't. Come on, come on. Ah, yes. Bahoth chose violence today. When do I not? Throwing bottles? People throw bottles at other dudes. What if I give the normal bottle? Get the normal bottle. I don't want to give the normal bottle. Now we have to do stuff with music band. Oh, and then go up to the train and help the beardo. Okay. All right, let's do that. Throw bottle at the band. Oh, okay. No. So that gets him dancing. Oh, so he's out of tune. What if he's terrible. The band is a puzzle. I maybe should have made it veteran. Do I have to press them in a certain order? I guess that's so. It must be the drummer first. There is an order to the four pairs, so let's try. Okay. There we go, and then let's go up. Nice. Space. Okay. We're nice. Oh, he's our best friend. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm Freddie. Welcome from USA.
1914? And he's from the USA? That's not accurate.
August 21st,
because the Americans wouldn't join
Emil's regiment was sent to fight
war
against the
until super
71st
late.
German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
Sounds about right. This game is pretty smart. Interact with Beardo now. Bros, Americans were super late. Triggered. Maybe he was a Travers. I don't know what. Maybe he's an immigrant. Could be. Because he seems the only American. I don't know how many Americans. That would be interesting, like, to know how many immigrants actually fought for the French side during the First World War. Traveler. Oh no! This is not gonna end well for us. And I like how the general is running into battle with a pistol. Okay, we got shot. Okay, avoid. Okay. Yep! Fuck it! My god, once there I'm honestly really trying, and then I am pressing back so I can run back. It's not happening. Dead. Okay, fuck it. Easier to move back than forward. I am trying to move back, honestly. The third one always kills me. Just keep forward. There's a pattern somewhere. I died to the same... I have to push forward. Fuck! Come on now. Oh my god! Okay, that's gonna be bad. I can't see anymore. Oh my god. Okay, at least it's here. Okay, at some point, I'm blind. But that is the point of war, I guess. I'd stay in the middle. I can't really move anywhere else. It's just one path. I'm trying to move the other directions and it's just here. At least I didn't have to start from the top of the hill. Oh my god! I was gonna say that was so close, but then I died. Oh my god. Why is it always the third fucking bomb? Oh my god! Literally, what? Was I supposed to do something? There was no... Was I blind? Was there like a QTE that I missed? Oh my god. Sorry.
Miss Marie Chillon. Private Emile Chillon from the 150th Infantry Regiment was wounded by enemy fire on August 21st. He has been captured by the enemy. Hopefully, you shall receive news from him soon.
Oh, that sucks.
Freddie, originally from America,
Okay, here we go.
enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life.
So
It was at the Battle of the Marne
Okay.
that Freddie finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Bahoth.
Okay, so let me just read a little bit. Thank you for people who told me I died to save Bob several times over. I felt it, you know? This is the definition of insanity. Leroy! They said this game is a bomb. Moving back and not forward all the time is not a good strategy in this game. I'd stay in the middle. This looks like one of those you hesitate, you die things. I think, yeah. I think that is something that they tried to communicate in their gameplay, which was good. Which era theme is this? The Renaissance? I mean, the middle of the screen so you can react fast. Nope, you have to constantly alternate between going forward or backward. Ever dodge a Pharaoh bomb? This is like it. I have moderate success with those. Can you dodge the floor void zones? No, you just have to keep moving either forward or backward. I'm a bit worried about the rest of the game now. Emile, no, Carl. Nah, this was scripted. Okay. Rip Emile, F's in chat. So, Freddie Wick. Freddie was a romantic. As I said earlier, while USA was late to both world wars, there were nonetheless many volunteers like Beardo Freddie. Tab. So helpful, Gabe. So helpful. Americans in the French Army. 128 Americans enrolled in the French Army from the start of the conflict, mostly in Paris, including the poet Alan Seeger. I've never heard of him. The majority joined the Foreign Legion, the French Foreign Legion, and took part in the Battle of the Marne. Others joined the Air Force, which later became the Lafayette Squadron. 24 gave their lives for France, including Alan Seeger. The media attention they received in the United States played a decisive role in their own country's decision to join the war 3 years later. I would hesitate to say like the Americans dying in the war caused America to join the war. It was other things, like the bombing of the Lusitania for one. But definitely, I don't think this was a major factor in America joining the war. Learn a random history fact. Okay, so I actually prepared for this and I thought, what if all my trivia today was going to be World War I theme? I didn't realize like we would also be learning a lot from the in-game wiki, so I'll try my best. So oh, okay, so one of the, you can Google this, guys, if you want to see what these look like. So this was the start of proper modern naval warfare, and people were still unsure about how to go about that. So some of the allied countries, I think the Americans or the British, thought that what if we paint all of our ships in these weird patterns and they'll confuse everybody else. So they got a whole bunch of painters to paint all of their battleships. And these were called dazzle ships. So you can Google them to see what they look like, but it was not super successful. It was very confusing, but ultimately not very successful. They were drafted. Alright, does that mean this? The game has its own random history fact redeem. It does. It's actually called a wiki in-game. It's free. Oh wait, French Foreign Legion is mentioned. Aren't French and America allies? Well, not yet, because America is trying to play both sides, economically speaking. So they're selling material. At this point in 1914, they're still selling materials, like war materials, to the allies, and they're also selling war materials to the Central Power. So America's like, it's an American war. We're not involved in that. Why should we care? Let's just make as much money as we can selling to everybody. Free facts. There's so much info. I learned stuff about India fighting in the war too. Yeah, because like I mentioned, I think before you arrived, Chenero, the reason it's called a world war is because all the countries involved dragged in all of their colonies from Asia and Africa all over the world to fight as well. Well, it doesn't say it was the only reason, but it was more like a final nail in the coffin. I don't think so either, Arg. Like, it's very minor, honestly speaking. Also, that was what those dazzlers were. We had those in World of Warships. Oh, dazzle. Hitler conspiracy theories over here. I just googled it. Oh my god, zebra ships. This was also the time when when armies on all fronts, on all sides, were starting to learn camouflage, and it didn't always turn out great. Like, people would just be, you know how like one of the earliest pieces of camouflage was literally a hollowed out tree, like you would see in cartoons. Those were real and people used them in real life. I'm not sure to what level of success, but those did exist. Lurking. Hello, Panda! There were Indians in World War I as well, if memory serves. This game even mentions that. Iron Hammer, that sounds like Disco Elysium right there. And speaking of Disco Elysium, for everybody who wants to play Disco Elysium on PC, the ultimate, I'm not sure what they're calling it, like the big edition with everything fully voiced, is coming out March 30th. So I will be playing that in my spare time, what little spare time I have. Alright, so let's move on from Americans in the French army. Let's go to Battle of the Marne. I remember that they're in the game for a bit. Okay, as long as you boop everybody out of rage and love, as long as the love's there, that's important. But obviously, no toxic relationships, guys. Finally time for me to play Disco, yes. Drawn up long before the war, the von Schlieffen plan. Von Schlieffen? Plan? I am so bad at German pronunciation. And it's so embarrassing because I have a couple of family members who are German translators for a living. So one of the... I heard a lot of German when I was growing up, but do I know how to speak it? No. The only words I know are so useless. It's like shots is something. Shots is one word. Shots and Scheiße. Those were the German words I remembered growing up. Disco Elysium, the final cut, right? That's it. And yes, March 30 and stretch and hydrate combo. So we got a good crack over there. And hydrate, thank you, tiny moving parts. Shots is like darling. And that's what my uncle and aunt used to call each other. They still call each other that, but I don't see them anymore, so I guess they don't live here. So shots is darling, honey, and apparently is also, so fun fact, and this is for free, in the German version of Lord of the Rings, it's what Gollum calls the ring, the one ring, he calls it mein Schatz. So that's how they translated my precious. You must be angry enough to learn German. That crack. The only two German words I know is Schadenfreude, and what is the second word, heartbreak? I'm not even going to try and attempt that. Whenever I see my friends, I also yell shots too. I use Gesundheit a lot. What is this game all about? It's about World War I, Panda, and it's kind of like a history lesson for everybody, which is locker, like a school locker, which is pronounced like Schlickfach. But there's I forgot what you call that sound. Gesundheit is bless you. Yes, I remember that. I said that a lot when I was much younger, but I haven't said Gesundheit in so long. That's the first time I've seen that word spelled out. Also means good health. Sounds like slick F word. Okay. Yeah, Battle of the Marne. Aimed at swiftly overrunning France via Belgium and northern France. After the August debacle on September 6, which we learned about in the earlier wiki entry, French troops turned to face German troops in the decisive Battle of the Marne and prevented the capture of Paris. The battle was the first time Franco-British forces managed to halt the German advance and thwart the main German battle plan. The front retreated northwards and stabilized in December, when trench warfare began in earnest. Machine guns. The Great War demonstrated the technical progress of the age, symbolized by the machine gun. World War I devices could now shoot up to 200 bullets before requiring cooling and were perfectly integrated into infantry attacks. German machine guns' deployment in the front line gave them a vast superiority at the start of the conflict. And to show you guys how technologically backward some other countries were, this war, I think, is the last one to utilize soldiers on horseback. But eventually, when these soldiers on horseback met German machine gun fire, people decided, yeah, okay, maybe we should get rid of people riding horses in our armies because they don't seem to fare too well against machine guns. Oh no, what puppet show are people talking about? Schadenfreude is a German term for enjoying other people's pain from Broadway play I was way too young to watch. Yeah, Schadenfreude is pretty common. I think it's made its way into the English dictionary as well. Either very angry or you need a word to describe something, and Germans, being Germans, have words for literally everything for some reason. I think I know that puppet show. Are we talking about Avenue Q? Germans have a strong accent for real. Deutsch is like the angriest language in the world next to Singlish. I would say Polish is pretty angry as well, and Russian. There are these angry languages. Also kind of Cantonese. Cantonese is because we speak Cantonese at home and our family is from Canton originally. So when I hear Cantonese and when I watch Cantonese movies, like Hong Kong movies, that always sounds like people are angry with each other, even when they're being romantic with each other. It's like they're upset with each other. Also, I recommend everyone to watch Operation Finale in Netflix if you have one. Imagine a very angry Uncle Roger. Damn it. Of course! I mean, Avenue Q is so... Okay, was so popular. Singlish is the angriest in the world if you leave a Singaporean-owned store without buying anything. Oh. I've been found out. Well, that's it. We've been outed. Singlish. Wait till you hear the provincial Chinese people. Oh, is it the Singaporeans using la? Yeah, I think most famously that's like the Singlish... Singlish tick. The la at the end of everything. And let's read the last one. Capture the flag. So this is giving me like Halo flashbacks of a very negative sort. Flags were powerful symbols for each unit, and once captured became trophies. When overrun, soldiers took the time to hide or bury them before being taken prisoner. It's just a flag, guys. With the arrival of trench warfare, flags disappeared from the battlefield and only made an appearance at military ceremonies away from the front. Makes sense. We still have not unlocked all these things yet. Okay, so let's play. Freddy! We have to bomb the bridge. Okay. I can't go, like, around. So I have to keep moving forward. Oh, okay. Okay, so I feel like this stream is gonna be, like, super long because... Not because the gameplay is long, but because of all my interjections about history. La is addiction. Gen X now use it as a derogatory wording now. I don't think so. It's just part of Singlish, isn't it? Yep, got a lot of Singaporean homies using that. The only way I could identify Cantonese is when I hear a staccatic Chinese. Polish language is not angry, it's just rather weird. Thus, for Russian language, yeah, I've heard people describe it as sounding like Klingon. Klingon sounds very... That's a language that is definitely very angry sounding and very aggressive sounding. And one of my favorite covers of Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar is a Klingon cover. Don't sound that angry though. Halo flashbacks. Hello, Comic Gamer. I am alright. Things could be going better, but I'm trying to keep it together, and thank you. Flip top angriest language ever fighting. It's not just a flag though, like it stands a symbol for a lot of stuff, but I mean, you can say that about everything. A book is just like a bunch of pieces of paper with text on it. It's what these are all objects, but it's the meaning that we as individuals attach to certain objects that makes it meaningful. But on their own, they're just items. We don't mind the interdiction. Sad is so common even outside of Singapore now. I think it's because of online gaming. Longer stream, fine by me. This might be a 10-hour game, including for what you'll get to be triggered to talk about 12 max. Playing in any C servers, in-game, la and chat all the time. Oh my god, C servers. Thank you to the Thais for teaching us 555. C server, the Islands of Salt. Okay, so one thing that I was going to talk about was the barbed wire. So German barbed wire was notoriously very difficult to cut through. So Allied barbed wire was very easy to cut through. So when the Allies initially tried cutting through German barbed wire, they had wire cutters that could only cut through Allied barbed wire. So they had to create stronger wire cutters to be able to cut through German barbed wire. Okay, so let's actually cut the barbed wire now with our heavy-duty wire cutters. Go, Freddy. Please, no more running into, like, bombed-out areas. What are we doing? Freddy. Oh! He's Chris Redfield. Ooh, new diary entry unlocked. Historical facts. Diaries. Okay, let's read some of the diaries. Which I missed out on. August 12th, 1914. At last. I can't wait to get fighting. Maybe it'll ease some of the pain I feel inside. And these are all accurate. These are how World War I soldiers actually felt about fighting. And I guess, well, Freddy has a personal vendetta against, what's his name, Van Dorf. So that just adds to his eagerness to fight. This is Emil, right? August 20th, 1914. Oh, let's do the first one. I spent training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Karl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. The declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbors manage to finish the harvest in time. August 20th, 1914. We spent yet another day walking. We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. Aww. I don't know who this is yet. Or was I not paying attention? Was I not paying attention? But I think there's more to it, right? Wow, German engineers are really just no joke. Yes, German engineering. Also, Germans are obsessed in mine traps field precision German engineering. From my favorite German. Real history teacher plays history game. Hello, Matthew. Yes, I was mentioning earlier that it's gonna be such a long game because I'm gonna comment on like everything that piques my interest. Not 10 hours inherently, like gameplay takes from 6 to 8 hours generally, but Bahoth doing a historical commentary about everything, it can easily turn to 10 plus hours gameplay. So why I said 10 hours including all the stuff that would be mentioned. The bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 p.m. this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the street told me it was for the troop mobilization in case Germany declares war. I'll write to father to find out what's going on in Belgium. August 1st, 1914. It feels strange to return to Germany, so I guess this is Karl. At least Emil can take care of Marie and Victor. Things should calm down in the months to come. It's also meaningless. And like I said, they all expected to be back at home singing Christmas carols by December 1914. The war lasted until 1918. Alright, we're gonna play this whole month long. With every fact in game, we be streaming until the next. I hope it doesn't come to World War III. I didn't know why history was the subject I was weakest in grade school and high school. I'm recently finding it quite the deep dive. Emil, where are you? You just died. No, he was wounded, but he was captured by the enemy, so now he's a prisoner of war. Ironhammer, I find that a lot of people don't like history, especially in grade school and high school, because it's very memorization oriented, and that's like learning about dates is important and stuff, but it's not the best way to learn about history. So when you see history as more of a story and not just things to memorize, then I feel like that's where the deeper appreciation for it comes in. And this is Marie, the wife of Emil, right? August 24th, 1914. Sorry. I keep missing this one. August 12th, 1914. After Karl, it's Daddy's turn to leave. Why did they have to call him up? Was it enough to expel my dear sweet love from these lands? Why did they want to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight, and now they've left me all alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to take care of. So because all the men got recruited in the war effort, women had to step up to bat, and because of all the men leaving, all the male workers leaving, or most of the male workers leaving, women were now encouraged to participate in spaces that would normally be closed off to them. So women entered factories, women worked in businesses, women joined the workforce, and these were things that were not necessarily open to women or not as open to women. So now the world realized, with all the men gone, oh, we suddenly need women. That's what I feel about it, honestly. This brings back memories of my old teacher in high school. She made it quite enjoyable. She's one of the reasons why I think teaching was okay with me and made me choose the course I want in college. That's good. I always, like, even before I became a teacher, I knew that teaching was very difficult. My dad was a teacher, and I always made it a point to thank the teachers in university that I really appreciated, whose classes I really enjoyed. I thought they taught very well. So always, if you're still in school, always thank the teachers that you liked, because it really means a lot to them. And when one of my students tells me that they didn't like history class until they took my class, that means a lot to me. It means that, this is not all meaningless, that I'm doing an okay job. I'm not a shitty teacher, which is not what I want to be at all. Hello, Glide. Thank you for joining the stream. Well, that was the thing. Memorization or line tests were what I was bad at. Maybe I just didn't care about history until I learned about how it links to the stuff I like now. Yeah, if you also don't link history to the present, then what is the point of learning history? It's hard to learn this stuff if you can't visualize it. Thank you, War FPS games. TBH, my peak of interest really began from dinosaurs and Big Bang. Of history, I see. Maybe Assassin's Creed sparked my history interest for a while. A lot of my students knew about Renaissance figures, like the Borgias. They knew about the Borgias. They knew about what's his name, Machiavelli, because they played Assassin's Creed. Same. And it was fun telling my old teachers that I became a teacher. I think it made them feel much better that what they did was something worth doing. Yeah. This made me think of my old English teacher in grade school who passed away recently from liver cancer. We were all asked to, like, all of her students, all the people who became her students were asked to send in videos so that they could be played at her wake, and all of my sisters and myself were her students, so we all talked about how she was such a good teacher and how her good techniques, her good teaching skills, I imbibed some of them when I became a teacher myself. Sorry, let me back read. Also, yeah, if you make a commentary about everything in this game, you'll be streaming it till Kingdom Come. Well, I mean, that's fine with me. I like the subject matter. As Assassin's Creed 2 was my fave because you get to fight the Pope. I was probably a little too old to really have as many games that link their stories explicitly with real history. I'm sorry to hear that, but my deepest sympathies. Mrs. Clemente, really good teacher. Some of my teachers are asking me to start teaching. I pity the children that would be under me. I hate to mention this, but Kingdom Come Deliverance is one of the biggest historical shiz, especially in realism. Your character doesn't even know how to read. Okay, I think we've exhausted the historical facts, so let's continue. Resume. No, Carl! No, you're not Carl. You're Freddy. What are we supposed to do? Up. Left shift? Left alt? Spacebar? I am space. No, more. Okay. There we go. Cut. Okay, pick one up. What are we? This thing? Okay. Is that what we want exploded? No, Freddy. Okay.
Let it go.
Do we only have one pair of wire cutters in this entire platoon? Oh, also, I'm gonna come back here and talk a little bit about... Hello, Mad Aloha. I am glad you like my shirt. It is one of my favorite shirts. Let everyone enjoy. Knowing a veteran teach you like passing away sucks, definitely. But 100%, I think the entire span of the Gabriel Knight series encouraged me to be curious about the history they focus on. Same. Gray Hulk. How do you cut the thing earlier? I have the wire cutters with me, but it's weird that it's just me who has those. Such that the first thing I put on my itinerary when I visited Europe was anything I saw in the Gabriel Knight series like Neuschwanstein. That is also why I want to visit Germany. It's to 100% go to Neuschwanstein Castle. And people are like, so you want to go to the Sleeping Beauty Castle because you like Disney stuff? And I'm like, no, because I played Gabriel Knight. Try to punch his way, and it is the American way to just punch your way into victory. Send nades, find a wire cutter. Wasn't this game one of the first petable dogs of the modern gaming gen? Others have it too, but you control playable characters, so you are the one doing stuff. And someone asked, do young people in Hawaii laugh aloud? Or just let out a low... Oh my god, that is terrible. So there were a bunch of ways to overcome, to get over barbed wire fences during the First World War. So I'm gonna chat a little bit about some of them. Actually, let me do it like... Let's resume. So you see the dead body there, right? So one option would be to drape some corpses over the barbed wire, and then you just climb over the body that's covering the barbed wire and you get to the other side. Another way was to crawl underneath the barbed wire if there was enough space. Or if you dug a little bit beneath the barbed wire, you could like belly crawl your way underneath the barbed wire. And this was if you didn't have wire cutters with you. So those were alternatives. Wait, what aspects of history do you specialize in? So I teach Philippine history from the pre-colonial period up until the Philippine Revolution. That's mainly what I teach. That's not my specialization actually, but I've been forced to specialize in it. I did my master's on girlhood during the American colonial period in the Philippines. So that is what I know a lot about, the history of girlhood and being a girl in the Philippines, which is very under-discussed and understudied. And I think so far I'm the only person here who's written about that. I think we need to look into historical records to find out if Platoons really did have only one pair of wire cutters. Maybe it is weird, but what if it's actually not far-fetched? Fuck! Okay, Ah! Exploded! No! Oh, the one up top, I guess? Oh my fucking god. What am I... What am I blowing up? Is it that? Is it the thing above it? The charge below, thank you. I am such an idiot. No, don't, Freddy. No. There are friends. I cannot actually... You guys see where I'm aiming. How? Throw it above ladders on pile. Off to work. Have a great stream. Thank you, Manaloha. Have a great day at work. I like how the Germans are not murdering me at this point. Oh, okay, I can go closer! Why am I an idiot? Okay, that was good, that was good. Okay. Come on, come on, come on! Did I need another? Fuck! I'm scared. Okay. Waiting to stop for my next Bahoth project. I know how to use dead bodies optimally. Filipino history is very specialty if memory serves, but it's very broad still. Like if that's a lot of history. I like what Jason said earlier. It's really hard for me to visualize everything. That's why games that put you in the middle of everything is my main learning material. Okay. Can I just want one. Well, I just wanted like another bomb. Run back! I just want one bomb. Okay, I'm gonna wait it out. I remember the day I had to bring Bangalore to open up the barbed wires. Need more yeet skills. My god, guys. You know my skills are negligible. You have to drop down when he reloads. Just why can you not go closer? This is how you play FPS games, and that's why I don't play them. Punch. Punch! Use wire cutters to kill the dude. Interact with stuff laying there and... Okay. Can I not get shot? Go up. I just want a bomb. Is that possible? What the fuck? No! Oh, the brick. Okay. Is that gonna hit him?
Look.
What am I doing? No! A reminder why I do not play. I distract and punch. I want that bomb. Get out! I just want one. I love how everybody keeps yelling at me to punch. Okay. Do it. Up. Okay, so I will throw the bomb at the sandbags, drop down, punch this guy. Let's see how that works. Is he dead? Did I need... Oh. What? Wait, no? I'm not sure why people are shouting, oh no. Why did I go back? I don't know. Oh! No? Okay, just spacebar then. Do it! I am pressing D and spacebar. Okay. No, it's not. It's broken. Oh, is Freddy an engineer? I would like to know. Okay. Okay, it took a while, That's what I get for playing on veteran mode. And climb the ladder attack. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Come on. Jump. Oh, we need... What is that? He does not want to go anywhere else. What's on the bridge? Let's go down, I guess? Let's go right? Oh! A map! Awesome. Oh no, I've been missing so many collectibles. Now this is pissing me off. Can I go up? So, I can't go right, so I must be missing something here. What is this anyway? Everything is fine. German nades. Detonate the dynamite pile with German grenades. It's not a damage collecting stream anymore. Throw the damn bomb on the other side from top. Oh, that's a bomb? Oh. How neat. More bricks? I don't know, I just might need one. Do I throw the brick at the thing? Okay. Learning every day. Funky physics. This is where FPS gamers know that's a bomb. Not again! Okay, when they reload, I will run. This is how I know that I would immediately die the second I stepped onto a battlefield. Okay, there we go. I'm scared! Yes, yes, game, we know. Okay, Fire cutter! Yep, okay, there we go. Hello, RFN Raptor. Thank you for joining the stream. This is like this is like Call of Duty but 2D. Of course you throw it, damn it. If you pick up stuff like that in this game, you throw out other stuff to make way. I have no idea. I've never played this game. Or again, I don't play games like this at all. This has me on edge. Okay, next time he reloads, I'm getting out of here. Okay, up, up, up. Come on. Where? Here? To make the stuff fall on him? Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay, forward, I guess. Oh no, more Gatling guns. I'm loving the stream so far, thank you. I could be playing it better. Send needs 11/10 with watch again. Second floor, I remember Call of Duty has a wire cutter scene, but more people shooting at you. It's not, oh, okay. There is something up ahead. There's a Gatling gun up ahead. What do we do? Punch. Oh no. That's cute. Oh no, he's getting away. There is no rest for the wicked. What can I pick up? What should I pick back up. Okay, hang on. Let me just... Oh, thank you for following RFN Raptor. Yes, it is about World War I. Can't remember. Modern Warfare. Did that guy have wine? Are we talking about the German guy? I have nothing I can throw at the... Did I lock myself out of a situation? I don't have anything I can throw anymore. Okay, there we go. There we go! But if we... Huh. If I climb up as is, he's gonna shoot me on sight. I can't punch there. Okay, let's see. Run here. Oh. Oh no! Why is there stealth in this game? I mean, obviously it's a war. Should I distract him then? The other way, maybe? Hello? I am here, sir. Oh, okay, okay. Oh my god! I got scared. I got scared. I'm sorry. I got scared. I got scared he would shoot me. Zeppelins, definitely World War I. Ooh, hang ladder. Rubber point. Sorry, I had to say it. I've never played a game like this before. Distract the Germans. There's a gap on the far left. Get ladder down first and distract this German ass and then climb up. I wanna... Can I hit him? He should be dead. Okay, not dead, but like gravely injured. Where do you run? I hate stealth so much. Is cocaine commonly used in the wars back then? So what country has the biggest consumption? I think you could probably Google that, Panda, but in general, I think until the 1920s, cocaine was used as something that you could buy at pharmacies and drugstores, just like over the counter, in small quantities for medicinal purposes. Distract and then rush him. You do know they have big bodies that can take a bottle, bro. This game has funky physics. Coca-Cola actually used to have cocaine. That is true. That's why it's called Coca-Cola. It's the Coca in the Coca-Cola. It's not stealth though. It's a puzzle game. It's not a stealth game, but there are stealth elements. But in general, it is a puzzle game. Alright. So there are a bunch of fresh produce here. It's just... Oh my god. Okay, how do we play it? I just like tossing things at people now. Oh, the bell. Could I hit the bell? Is he gonna see me? What if I punch it first? Okay, we are learning. I say as I miss. So sorry, chat. You know I don't play. He's gonna. What do you know? I got scared. I got scared. Oh, and then I punched the other guy. He's gonna turn around now. Hi, Izzy B. I actually teach... I wouldn't say I read a lot, but I do teach history. offer fresh produce to Germans and make friends. It's their... Okay, it possibly is not their French... it's not their fresh produce. Okay. I hope people see that my mistakes are because of my stupid hesitation. Puzzle with weird timers. I wonder why Coca-Cola hasn't ditched the name yet. It's too much of a brand now for them to rebrand into something else. So it's just easier to keep the name and just get rid of the cocaine. It's super cool. Sorry if I missed that in the past. No, it's okay. I try to mention the fact that I do teach history as often as I can. Brand recall and recognition. I like how Freddy has a baseball stance when throwing that. Who do I... Okay, what do we do now? Get the flag. Adorable. I love him.
Thanks to support from British forces, the German plan failed. The front line moved back to the north, and with the arrival of winter, froze. Soldiers holed up amid a vast labyrinth of trenches and tunnels that would become
which
the
were
indelible
dug
image
by Chinese immigrants, or Chinese laborers, by the way, all those
Karl's
trenches.
regiment retreated to the outskirts of Neuve-Chapelle, the same camp where Emile was being held prisoner.
Ooh. Emile's like, I hate it here. Doggy! He wants water. Vasa? Water. This one? Can we pet him? Oh, okay. Wurst house. Sausage house. Okay. Water, fire, sausage. Okay. Ooh, is that a collectible? Space, okay. Invoker!
Marie, est-ce que ça va?
He just tears the
Dearest
flag.
Papa,
I love
we live
it.
in a climate of uncertainty. Germans use the people of Saint
You
Mien
can't pet the
as
guard
human
dogs that are
shields
trained
against
to
the French
kill you.
bombings.
You can't pet the guard
I
dogs that
hope
are
the
trained
Germans
to kill
treat
you.
you well.
Minus points for
and
not
that
being
your
able to
wound
pet
is
that
healed.
doggo. And stuff done first, petting him comes
Your
later.
grandson sent you kisses. I sent you a picture of him.
That's Invoker,
my
and
love.
it's not necessary for you to
Please
say
write
that.
soon.
Adieu, Cloud.
Oh, we are friends with someone on the other side. Okay, so let's spacebar. So water first. Okay, so let's read the new things. Letters. There are a lot. 6 million prisoners of war. Between 1914 and 1918, over 6 million men were taken prisoner, including 1.2 million German and 200,000 British troops. Do you switch characters? That's really interesting. Yes, I think we play 4 different characters. If I understood the wiki page correctly. Yeah, we do switch perspectives, and it's people on different sides of the war. For instance, Emile is French, he's been captured by the Germans. Karl is a German soldier. Freddy is an American, but he signed up for the French Foreign Legion. I don't know who the 4th one is yet. Maybe one of the girls, I suppose. But yeah, that's who we've played so far. We haven't played Karl yet. Despite the 1907 Hague Convention and the Den Haag Convention, and the efforts of the International Red Cross, prison conditions and forced labor proved harsh for conscripts, and hundreds of thousands never made it home. Letters. Letters remained the only real means of communication with the outside world. Radios and telephones were only used for military ends. Otherwise, everybody would be calling their loved ones back home. All soldiers, and also you could not censor anyone if they were on a telephone. All soldiers wrote to their loved ones back home. As war correspondence was free of charge, this created logistical and financial problems. 10 billion letters and postcards were sent to and from the front during the war. The early war postal system was chaotic, but then the front was then separated into sectors, each with its own postcode. Well, that sounds very logistically sound. The visit from the military postmaster was eagerly awaited. Also, this is not mentioning that the military could censor your mail. There were certain things, of course, that you weren't supposed to say. As you know, you weren't supposed to put in your letters. You weren't allowed to talk about the morale of your friends. You weren't allowed to talk about how many casualties there were. If you were taking any losses, you were not allowed to say any of that. You weren't allowed to write about coordinates. You weren't allowed to say where you were exactly. Because what if your mail was intercepted by the enemy? Then they could use those coordinates. You could use that information to track where you were and kill you. And if you wrote about the morale in your platoon or in your company to your family back home, and they read it and they're like, oh, I thought we were winning the war. What's all this about? You know, everybody being demoralized, all the losses. Maybe we shouldn't support the war. So everyone's mail was censored, and you would see letters, like people back home, soldiers' families would receive letters, and sometimes there would be like huge paragraphs, like entire paragraphs just crossed out in black pencil pen or black marker. For conscripts, definitely play as 4 or 5 characters in this game, maybe 6 characters tops. Makes sense. So the next one, the Battle of Neuve-Chapelle, March 10th, 1915. British shells literally, I cannot say that properly now without thinking of Chris Traeger from Parks and Rec, literally rained down on German forces. For the first time, the technique creeping barrage was used, a barrage where the fire of all units targets the same position for a period before advancing one line at a time. The infantry's advance was synchronized at a safe distance behind this barrage, so that German lines could then be overrun. That day, 530 cannons fired over 216,000 shells. That is to say, 1 shell per weapon every 2 minutes. So you bomb a certain area first so that it provides cover for the infantry as they move forward or as they advance onto the enemy. But they can't censor people who are heavily damaged by war. What do you mean by that, Panda? Oh my god, Chris Traeger. Now you can hear it, right? Literally, the Garwal rifles. In the early 20th century, so I think this is what Chenera was referring to, Great Britain and France governed huge colonial empires and put them to use during the war. Indian troops were deployed by Britain in the Middle East as well as on the European front and made an important contribution to the war effort. Many victories were achieved thanks to their bravery and discipline in combat. A monument commemorating their sacrifice stands in Neuve-Chapelle. That is interesting. Although it makes me wonder if these Indian troops received pension after they went back to India, which they should, because every soldier receives a soldier's pension, like a veteran's pension. And the British Empire being assholes, I wouldn't be surprised if these Indian soldiers did not get the same pension their white counterparts did after the war. Cover firebombs. Bombing locations is also a great way to clear out any defenses that are dug in. That's also true. We do it with drone strikes these days. Yeah, I was wondering what were these people with weird hats when I first played. So these are probably Sikhs, because these are Sikh turbans. This is so cool. Never knew this. We learn something new every day. Heartbreak. Mud. I love talking about life in the trenches and just showing people how terrible it was. And whenever I talk about life in the trenches, not just trench warfare, but what it was like living in trenches, people get so disgusted. Trench life was difficult. That's an understatement. Soldiers were confronted with cold, rain, and mud. Dirty water meant that diseases such as dysentery, typhus, and cholera flourished. The depth of the mud also presented dangers, and soldiers sometimes drowned in shell holes or in the tunnels leading to the trenches. Learning is life. Hello, Nicola. I am playing a history game for once. It's the sea service. Oh my god. So, okay, so one of the diseases that was not mentioned was this flesh-eating disease called trench foot. Oh, sorry, let's bring it back up. And you got it from standing in dirty water, dirty, damp conditions for long periods of time. And when it would rain or when the trenches would flood, of course, your socks, you would be soaked down to your socks, right? So you would develop this was pretty common, a disease or a condition called trench foot, which, if not treated properly, would result in gangrene. And if you didn't get the gangrene treated, you would have to have a foot or a leg amputated. Yeah, it was a bacterial infection. Sad truth of war, any war. When people return from war, a lot of them return mentally and physically damaged who need help but don't get it. It was truth even more so during and after World War I and World War II. And even during World War I, there wasn't a lot of, I think, people were just starting to learn about what we now call PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. So if soldiers today, even with psychological therapy, can't, still have a hard time adjusting to life after war, when they're back at home, what more people after World War I, when treatment for PTSD or shell shock, which they call it, hadn't been fully developed yet. I remember watching Jack's... Oh, I like that guy, Jacksepticeye, playing this. Watch this whole playthrough. Hope you enjoy. I like it so far. I'm terrible at all the stealth parts and figuring things out, but I get there in the end. There's nothing romantic about any war. Wars are horrible things, and this game portrays it as such. But the problem is that for every war, you need to romanticize it. Like, countries who need soldiers need to romanticize the war effort in order to attract people to sign up for the war effort. Otherwise, who's gonna fight your wars for you? And I think the lesson one of my favorite history teachers taught about this was the effect of shell shock from all the artillery fire. It stuck with me for a long time. It's terrible. Explosives. Trench fortifications required the use of explosives. To penetrate enemy lines, long tunnels were dug under no man's land beneath enemy trenches, inside which explosives were placed. The English used cordite. This makes me wonder, like, if I want to know which historians they consulted to write this game. A powerful explosive that could be detonated at a distance. So let's look at the items we got. So, photo frame. Even though photography was not widespread, many soldiers had their photos taken before setting out for the war. Professional prints were developed on photo paper and applied to a hard backing to prevent tearing. Some photos were directly printed as postcards, especially group conscript photos. So one of my favorite group photos is actually of the Tuskegee Airmen, and you guys can search it because it looks like the Tuskegee Airmen, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, were one of the first, if not the first, all-black division to sign up for the war effort in America. And their photos, which you can find like if with a quick Google image search, are so cool because it's like they're about to drop the hottest album of like 1917 or 1918. And shell shock also affected your own troops too, right? I mean, they are trying to get rid of things that will compromise them, right? So emails that contain grim moments in war. Well, at this point, there are no emails. And info are a necessary thing to get rid of. But once a soldier gets a chance to get home, that soldier is a result of what happens in war, resulting in many people getting discouraged and ultimately fearing war and death. I think that is a narrative that isn't fully explored. And right now, I can only talk about the U.S. Army because they've been very aggressive about recruiting people for war. Like, if you guys didn't know, the U.S. Army, the Department of Defense, actually is one of the biggest backers of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So every time the US Army is portrayed in an MCU movie, it's always with the backing and the co-signing of the US military. And I was watching a video essay earlier that compared scenes from Marvel movies to the current promotional material for the US Army. Ah yes, the long-term strategy from the era of sieges. Definitely, I would think, especially in those in charge of firing it. Oh god, I said emails. One of the better quotes I've heard about it is, war is war and hell is hell, and war is by far worse, because in hell everyone is a sinner and a bad guy, and in war, except few people, are innocent bystanders. Merca. So, these have not been discovered yet, because I am bad at looking for collectibles. Okay, they want the sausage. Water first. What? Do I need to? Okay. Pull. Okay. Okay. So, it's actually interesting that what's his face? Emil was captured, and what he's doing here is he's a cook, or being forced to be a cook. Hello, Daniel Rainwood. Thank you for following. If you're still in chat, let us know where you're from so we can properly acknowledge you and shout you out. So during the Second World War, my grandfather was actually captured by the Japanese when the Japanese invaded Manila, and they found out he was a really good cook. So that's what they made him do. They didn't kill him, thankfully. They just made him a chef in their army camp. What I've said earlier fits Attack on Titan universe. Wow, that was a good one. To be fair, media such as that makes war very attractive. I mean, after all, that's why I initially wanted to be a fighter pilot, because Top Gun, a movie I have not yet watched, by the way, but I will probably watch the remake, just so I can understand all of these cultural references people make about Top Gun all the time. This other one from COD really stuck with me too. War doesn't determine who was right, but who is left. Oh. Mine, I think the quotes that I use to talk about war in class are, war never changes and war always changes. Thank God I wanted to do something else with my life. I mean, especially now, because you would be just grounded right now. I mean, that's why comics were made back in the old times, right? They were made to raise the morale of everyone. Certain comics, yeah, but I think comics have always existed. Ooh, this guy really wants to eat. I mean, a mood. I still fantasize being a dual katana kind of guy because Kali weeb. Most of my characters in games are dual wielders. Same. I can't wait to play Diablo 2 and relive that dual wielding assassin life again. Oh my god, Top Gun looking back is really at least for me. And there's nothing wrong with Top Gun. Like, there's nothing wrong with our media being gay. Normalized romance. That is true. Hey, yeah, please. I don't mean that in any mean way whatsoever. Okay. Good to know. Okay, let's figure this out. Get it? And then, sausage. Did I pull the lever? Nice. Get in? Hello? And then I push it. No? No, I didn't hear anything. So let's just pull it back. Oh! There we go. Oh no! Fuck! Save the doggos! Okay, run back to the kitchen. Wait, did we die? I guess so. Oh. We have been really lucky. Left all. One? Oh. Can Top Gun 2 please come out this year? Thank you. Speaking of dual wielding, I should definitely akimbo some potent airsoft when the pandemic blows over. Ah. War only ever changes superficially when it comes down to it. War is always innocent bystanders killing each other because some old cunts could agree on saying something. Normalize kissing your homies goodnight. That's a lot of hot dog water. Roses are red, violets are blue, so why in bloody hell does Makarov know you? I like that. War never changes. I've always wondered what you'd think of the Fallout games and Outer Worlds. While they're both fantastical sci-fi, one of the most buried aspects of their lore are the historical inflection points that changed. That changed the future, such as how in Outer Worlds McKinley never dies. Oh! So Roosevelt never went antitrust on corpse in the 1900s. I am pretty sure someone has written a very clever journal article about that already, Matthew. But I actually didn't know that. Wait, I'm confused. What is the one that's about... Outer Worlds is about the corporates. That's capitalism in space, right? The Outer Wilds is the critically acclaimed nice game about exploration. Because I always mix those up. Best doggo. I was wrong about doggo. I swear to God, if that doggo dies, it is a war game that's pretty true to life, so I think we need to prayer circle the doggo. Health doggo, what a good boy. He is a very good boy. I wonder if he has a name. It's a real authentic dog bark SFX. Yes, you got them both right. Okay, thank you. Outer Wilds, I can't wait to play it. I was thinking of playing it, but I don't know if that has an actual story or if it's just like that other No Man's Sky where you make your own narrative. Can we hug him? Can we pet him? No!
Savior, Savior.
Aww.
Oui. Allez, oui.
Thank you, Uplay. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing the achievements that I'm unlocking in Uplay. I don't care because it's Uplay, but it's like my only Ubisoft game, I think. Oh! Our ladle is so powerful. And it doesn't break. Can all games be like this, where your weapons just do not break? Well. There is a website called Does the Dog Die? If y'all want to spoil it for yourselves. I do know that. I do know that site. Any elite dangerous players? Where is Carl? He was on the Zeppelin. Okay. Let's get wine for no reason. I feel like we might need a drink after all of that. I can't. Okay. Oh! Left alt. 4.
Ichi. Hurry.
Can the dog... Go, go, go!
What? What?
I am missing something again. But... Any elite dangerous players here? You got an achievement for doggo packs. Oh, God damn it. Okay, go back, go back, go back. I hope that's good enough. Left alt.
What?
Bring it to me, boyo. And then pet him. Thank you. You are so helpful. You are better than most people combined. Okay, give me the thing. Give me the thing.
What? Yeah. Hurry. Oui, potion.
Aww. Okay, put it here. God, this music. Lever stuck in the tree, on the tree. Doggo, you there first. I love how the dog controls make it grayscale. Nice touch. You can send Doggo to fetch stuff. Nobody's spoiled about the dog. I'm watching you, homies. I want to play it, but no cool controls, unfortunately. I just remembered a good and very immersive war film from 2019 named 1917. You're better than most people combined. Okay, let's pull this lever. Okay. Do I need another wine bottle? Okay, this is like a seesaw. What's in here? Actum. Okay. I see. Do I need to get another wine bottle? Okay, back. I don't know. How long have I been streaming? Okay, I will probably end after Emil's section is done. Okay, let's try and hit the lever. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Was that what I wanted to do? Ah, hang on. Hello, doggy.
What?
Okay, so he's not gonna move. I need to get up there. So this has to be here. This game feels like training for a Trine, a game I have not played in ages. The premise of that film is essentially a one-take movie, which is really nice. Yeah, I used to make my students watch it. No. But it rolls back down. Can I climb it? What if I just push it back? Am I missing something? No, I'm just stupid. You have to get and make Doggo do stuff up there. Okay, so let's get the wine bottle then. Again. And we're doing all this with our feet shackled together. If Emil still dies at the end of this, I'm gonna be so pissed. Okay, so let's hit the lever again. Please hit. I don't wanna have to run back. Okay, left up. Oh, what? I couldn't instruct him to do anything.
What? What?
I am actually trying to make him do stuff. But I am not sure how.
What?
How can this dog not understand my complicated plan? Ah! Humans. Do I have to be on this side? But that doesn't make sense. See? That doesn't make sense. Okay. And then go on other sides and instruct him on doing stuff. Emil needs to see stuff he instructs dog about. So I guess here? So I need another wine bottle just in case. I just want one for me. Okay. And then
What?
I guess let's try from here then.
Hey, what? What?
Oh my god! Okay, hang on, chat. I'm gonna look up how to do this on, like, I'm gonna read. Go to your right side, woman, after shooting at the lever. I did, and then I did the left alt to talk to the dog, and he didn't do anything. If you're getting upset, Arg, you can go switch off somewhere else, because it's gonna take me a while to do this. I think you instruct where you are directed. What does that mean? See, I mean, I would prefer to... It's very hard to give instructions all over the internet if it's just text. Instruction not clear. The dog now proceeds to drink wine. He should. I mean, if dogs... So shouldn't I be here so I see what the dog does? Okay. Hang on, chat. Go chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to look up how to do this, because I cannot understand your instructions. I wonder what I'll search though. Emil, Valiant Hearts. I spoiled myself because I fucking YouTubed it. Fine. Dog puzzle. You know my direction sense is not good. I've said this many times, Arg. Dog puzzle scene, okay. No, Emil's farm? That's too far ahead. Emil the chef. Okay, probably that one. Now, to watch some YouTube ads. Like, call where you are so he can move nearer to you. Yeah, I mean, if the way I'm playing is upsetting you, Arg, you can switch off and watch somebody else, because I don't understand the instructions. Okay, okay. No, that was too far ahead. Hello, Emil. We are playing a game about you, so it's very timely of you to drop by. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. So I'm just watching a YouTube video where they cleared the first puzzle with the lever. Okay. Okay, now this puzzle. What? The actual fuck? Okay. How? Okay. So he pulled... Oh. Oh my god! Okay. Hello, Fantasy. Thank you for the sub. Okay. And there we go. Oh my god, there we go. It just took me a million years. Down. That's really pretty, like the background. Okay, plus D. Or just a ladle, the most powerful weapon. Is this skeleton a collectible? Fine. Okay. No. I did spoil myself because I had to YouTube that stupid. Here? If I dig here? No. And punch, I guess? Never end. Okay, let's just die. Okay, I feel like I should have dug up. Dug up. This game is making me feel extremely stupid. Dig down. I want the pocket watch. I'm pretty sure that's a collectible. Oh, look how close we are. That's so stressful. At least we have our doggy. Let's pet him.
Ichi.
So cute. Oh, damn, that's collectible though. He wants the sausages.
What? Okay.
Oh my fucking god. Don't struggle, doggy. Is this a cliffhanger?
The British troops continued their attack on Neuve-Chapelle. Their next objective, take back Port Arthur.
I hate this game.
Yes, sir. Come on, boy. Let's go.
I am so stressed. Okay, so there should be new trivia that will pop up. Let's actually see. No. Not again! No! So stupid. Okay. And then we have to punch it when he's reloading. And then run to the next one, I guess. The fucking mud. Move forward. We have... Come on, come on, come on! Okay. Okay, I won't run. I'll wait for him to fucking reload. Okay, maybe I should just like cut super fast then. Faster, faster! Yeah, the sheet metal will protect me. I'm an American. More of this again. Actual cliffhanger. Yeah, this part gave me quite a bit of freak out first time around. Doggo part, I mean. Thank you for the Fs, guys. It starts at the top. Full send it. Ran straight into the line of fire twice. It's not a Bahoth stream if I don't do it. Oh no. 2, 3, 2. Oh. Okay, so he needs wait. Oh, okay. Needs the... Do I need to...
Okay,
do I throw it at him? What is a brief explanation of this alliance? I'm not quite sure where this guy is from. He's probably a Sikh soldier, so if so, then France and England are allies. And England, having India as a colony, has ordered Indian soldiers to participate in the war effort. So that's why they're here. And Freddy is just part of the French Foreign... He's an American, but he's part of the French Foreign Legion. Do I throw it to him? I don't think so. I have to move it and throw bombs at him so that he uses those. Okay. Why? 3. Okay, and then... Oh, move him. 3, right? Oh, move him a little bit more first. Okay. 3. Okay, and then 2 again. No, Freddy! Exchange. Okay. I do like the tossing mechanic. Okay, so yeet! I'll stay behind you, sir. Okay, detonate. Let's go. Oh, hello, PDF. We are playing. There we go. You see what's happening? Okay, so let's go up, I guess. I guess this part explains the communication between 2 different countries. We have... Oh. Can we pick up the bottle? Oh! I didn't even realize I wanted to pick up the bottle. But I can't. Can we pick up the plant? Oh. Fucking god, what do I do? Hello, Raisin Dynamo. That one was no hesitation, by the way, because Doggo's life was in danger. He's hurt. That shit hurts. He's lucky he's not bleeding. That was clutch. Play of the game. No! Oh. What am I supposed to do? Oh, right. Yes.
Merci, mon ami. Tout right now.
I've been too busy playing Noi the Lamada game hits all the right spots for me.
Yeah, come this.
Cut Emil's chains off feet. Proceeds to show cutter and punch.
Amidst the never-ending attacks and counterattacks, Freddy and Emil hunted the elusive Baron and his regiment in Ypres.
Ypres. Okay, so I think we'll end on these facts. The Battle of Ypres. Ypres was a key strategic town in Belgium, especially for the British. It was the gateway to the north and thus to Britain. Canadian troops were deployed in the front line, and they proved their endurance and dependability in combat to the Allies. 6,000 Canadian lives were lost in the battle in April 1915. I was gonna throw hands if we ended with the dog only. First gas attack. April 22nd, 1915 at Ypres became the first gas attack in history. 5,730 cylinders of chlorine were opened, I guess, by the Germans in favorable winds. Chlorine gas caused burns to the eyes, skin, and lungs, even through clothes and rubber boots. The effects were devastating. The only defense found by the Canadians was to cover their noses with a urine-soaked handkerchief, which was not just done by the Canadians but by everyone else throughout the war. And even like if you did not have a gas mask, the second best line of defense was the method mentioned here, which was to pee into your hanky and then use that to cover your entire face, because any open skin that was touched by mustard gas would burn immediately. And if you are curious, I'm not saying like look it up, like everyone should look it up, but only if you're curious. There are like images of mustard gas victims available online. Zeppelin bombardment. Looks like the Battle of Ypres. The Doggo Park gave me quite a freak out first time around. Yeah, I can't imagine. Zeppelins were invented in 1900 by the German Count von Zeppelin, but the first long-distance flight didn't take place until 1908. Zeppelins weren't much slower than the aircraft of the period and were first used in reconnaissance. This was because they were very, very quiet. So you could use them for reconnaissance, and you can also use them to carry bombs. The only problem with Zeppelins was that they were extremely flammable. They can also fly at higher altitudes, so from 1915 they were used to bomb civilians in London and Paris. Only fart attacks. I hope to never experience a gas attack in my lifetime, just vile. The dogs of war. It is estimated, so I guess we'll end with this dog fact. It's estimated that by 1918, the Germans had employed 30,000 dogs, while the Allies employed 20,000. Dogs were recruited from dog pounds and the police force, while many families also enlisted their pets. So actually you could read, like in newspapers from the period, you can find ads looking for dogs that wanted to enlist in the military, and they could serve a lot of different, they could have a lot of different jobs. Like some of them would be carrying battle supplies, like medical supplies on the battlefield. But there was also another, like, I don't know if it's an easier job, but another position that dogs could fill was they would be the pets in the trenches, because living in trenches is very lonely and very boring. Dogs had a number of roles. I should read everything first and then comment. Dogs had a number of roles as sentries and scouts, and postal liaison and equipment transport, in locating casualties and explosives, and as mascots. The main breeds deployed were German Shepherds, Doberman Pinschers, and Bouviers. I don't know what a Bouvier is or what it looks like, actually. So I think we will end there. We will end here for the stream, and I am sorry that like some of the puzzles took me a hella long time to figure out, but that's just how I play games. It takes me extra long in general. So I hope people did find some enjoyment out of watching me play Valiant Hearts. The Great War, I am enjoying it so far. It is adding to what I do know about World War One, and I, as a history enthusiast and someone who does teach history, I do quite like it myself. Okay, so I will be playing. What will I be playing on Friday? I might play Yakuza 0. I might play Phoenix Wright. So I will just announce it on the Discord, whatever it's gonna be. Thanks for streaming our most voted game. I know, right? This won by a very large margin. Petting and interacting with doggos is rather therapeutic. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys on Sunday. Please don't forget to stay safe, practice physical distancing, wear a face shield and face mask when you go out. And as it is summer here in the Philippines, please do not forget to stay hydrated because it is hella hot and I was low-key melting earlier, and I am glad that people learned a lot from the stream, or just a little bit, or just at least something new, because that is what we aim for here, learning something new every day. So everybody stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and be good and kind to each other. See you guys on Sunday. Have a great weekend. Bye.